think Shore Up, it just gives it hex proof. That is so funny. Boy, it does not work like that. Thank you for tapping all of your creatures. Bap, 5 damage right to the dome. We have a Get Lost available. Get out of here. Bap. Hey there, neighbor. You know, there's an old saying in Tennessee. I know it's in Texas. It's probably in Tennessee. That goes, at some point, safety is just pure waste. So, if you know, you know. And if you don't know, you don't know. RIP to that guy, though. But yeah, that's absolutely crazy. At some point, safety is pure waste. Who knows? Might be true, might not be true. But in this MTG Arena standard that we have right now, you can't be safe enough. That's what I'm telling you. With this mono red aggro and the Izzet prowess Corgi steel cutter, that's just terrorizing standard right now, you have to be as safe as possible. And the best way to be safe as possible is just gain as much life as possible. So today's deck, our only goal is to just shut down that Izzet prowess deck, and I guess mono red in that case as well. So all our cards are centered around gaining life and kind of exiling their things. So probably MVP of the deck is Authority of the Consuls. Creatures that your opponents control, they enter tapped. And whenever they cast a creature, we gain 1 life, which is amazing. We are playing the Healer's Pigeon. Flying lifelink 1/1. We have this little rabbit cleric. Whenever another creature we controls enter, we gain life. So we have a nice little life gain package that of course helps grow the Ajani Pridemate, as well as the Essence Channeler. Whenever we gain life, able to put +1/+1 counters on these 2 little creatures. And yeah, hopefully we have some creatures on our turn that can gain some life. And if we have Authority of the Consuls down, we'll be gaining life on the opponent's turn. We have Get Lost for a little bit of removal. Sheltered by Ghosts, another little part of removal. And then I actually want to try out this Annex Sentry for 3 mana. It's a 1/4, and the 4 toughness I think is pretty key right now. So they can't just use a burn spell like Lightning Strike to get rid of it. And it says, Annex Sentry, whenever this creature enters, exile target artifact or creature an opponent controls with mana value 3 or less. So we can actually exile their Corgi Steel Cutter that way. Really nice way to do that. And then on top of everything, that Izzet prowess deck, as well as mono red, they just want to unload their hand, cast as many spells as possible. So this is where High Noon comes into play. Each player, so also us, can only cast 1 spell each turn. So that's another way to shut them down. And then we have Day of Judgment is a board wipe. We have Elspeth, Archangel. Not 100% sure how I feel about this Planeswalker. I do like her +1 for creating the 1/1 white soldier tokens with lifelink. But I think a kind of sleeper card against mono red aggro and the Izzet prowess deck is the Phyrexian Vindicator for 4 white mana. He's a flying 5/5 body, and it says if damage would be dealt to this creature, we get to prevent that damage. And whenever damage is prevented this way, this creature deals that much damage to any other target. So we can either ping their face, or we can start pinging down their creatures that are attacking us. So this one's also a little bit of removal, and it is, I think for that Izzet prowess deck, as well as mono red, they just have no way of dealing with this creature. So that's another really nice one. And then I am trying 2 Virtue of Loyalty. We'll see how we feel about this one. And I'm trying 1 of Smile at Death, new enchantment from the Tarkir set. At the beginning of our upkeep, we get to return 2 target creature cards with power 2 or less. So that's basically all our creatures in our deck. They all have power 2 or less, except the Phyrexian Vindicator. But we get to return those from the graveyard to the battlefield. So if they do have a way of removing some of these creatures in the early game, hopefully if we make it to the late game, kind of stabilize with this one, can just always bring back our creatures. So that's quite nice. Again, I might tweak the deck a little bit because, yeah, against the Izzet prowess deck and mono red, which this is meant to counter that, I don't know how often we're going to be making it to turn 5, turn 6, turn 7. They might scoop before then, so who knows? Maybe these 2 cards in the 5 mana slot, we might take them out. One card I did consider was Temporary Lockdown. I'm sure you guys are familiar with this enchantment, but basically you get to exile each non-land permanent with mana value 2 or less. And yeah, unfortunately, that's kind of our entire deck. Every single thing in the 1 and 2 mana slot would get exiled, with the exception of Get Lost. So yeah, if we do start to build up a board presence and then you play a Temporary Lockdown, that might be a little bit of a feels bad moment. So that's why it's in the sideboard. But like I said, I might still tweak this a little bit as the games go on. Might maybe think of some other cards that we will throw in here, so stay around for the post-game wrap to see what the final version of the deck is. But yeah, today it's all about pest control, and the pest control I'm talking about is the mono red mice package, and that Izzet prowess Corgi steel cutter deck that's just terrorizing standard right now. So let's hope that this deck can shut them down. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the games. All right, opponent gets to go first. Oh, how do we feel about this hand? We do have Get Lost and we do have Sheltered by Ghosts, but we really want to look for Authority of the Consuls, which again, we don't find it. I don't want to take 2 mulligans, so we'll ship back Elspeth. Not even playing against the Izzet prowess deck, so it's all good. We'll go ahead and get down High Noon. So each player can only cast 1 spell per turn. Ooh, Authority of the Consuls I really like. We will go ahead and get down the Essence Channeler, though. And then we'll see what the opponent wants to play. Ooh, we see white all of a sudden and a Spelunking, so they are ramping up. Let's go ahead and get down the Phyrexian Vindicator. Opponent does have a Get Lost, which is unfortunate. Invasion of Zendikar, so opponent will have a ton of mana to work with. Ooh, another Phyrexian Vindicator is nice, so we will go ahead and play him. And then we can go ahead and crack this map token. Just drew a land. Arid Archway, so they can tap for double mana. They might be playing Ugin. If they are, that's GG for us. Alright, we will go ahead and get down Authority of the Consuls. Go ahead and move to attack phase. So opponent down to 9. They might have a board wipe. Ping us for 1 damage. Another stock up. Is that their 3rd one already? It is. Alright, let's go ahead and play Smile at Death. And then let's go ahead and crack the map token. Maybe should have put on the Essence Channeler. Find another one, which is nice. Ooh, so opponent down to 1. Ooh, if they cast an Ugin, though. Oh, I think they could gain 3 life. Exile our Phyrexian Vindicator. Ooh, it's close. No, okay, that's their only card this turn. Their only spell this turn. Oh, and he had nothing. Nice. So I think the High Noon actually put in a lot of work. opponent, yeah, ramped like crazy. You can see they had a ton of mana to work with. 4, 8, 9, 11. Yeah, 11 mana. But yeah, only being able to cast one spell per turn, I think, crippled them quite a bit. So, GG. All right, we get to go first. This is an amazing hand. Hopefully we're playing the Izzet prowess deck. Authority of the Consuls will shut them down so hard. And then our Ajani Pridemate will start to grow. And if we get down Phyrexian Vindicator, that's a wrap. Ooh, let's go. Game 1. It's technically game 2, but game 1 against Izzet prowess. I'm sure we'll run into it quite a bit. They want to play another creature. Our Ajani's Pridemate will start growing. And then we have the 4th land drop to go ahead and play Phyrexian Vindicator. So, yeah, that's a big no blocks from us. They don't even want to cast their second card. We'll go ahead and say no attacks. And yeah, next turn, the big boy's coming down. And I don't think they can do 19 damage. Monstrous Rage into Monster's Rage into Storm Chaser's Talent. I don't think that gets it done. Thank you for the lifelink right there with the little otter token. So Ajani's Pridemate grows. Yeah, they just passed to attack steps. You already know that that is a... you know what? Actually, I will sacrifice the Healer's Pigeon. Because, yeah, next turn we have Phyrexian Vindicator coming down. Go ahead and gain life. Yeah, so Johnny's Pridemate at 4 toughness right now. And here comes the Phyrexian Vindicator. I guess they can bounce him. We do know that they play some bounce spells. But again, that is a no attacks from us. So they do hit their 4th land drop. There is the Corey Steel Cutter. We know that their second spell is coming in this turn. But if they attack us with any of their creatures, we can just block freely with the Phyrexian Vindicator. If they do cast a second spell this turn, we will gain some life off of that. So our Ajani's Pridemate will continue to grow. And yeah, I don't think I've ever seen mono red or an aggro deck flounder this hard right now. Yikes. They're spinning their wheels. Oh, they're just going to equip it. That's hilarious. That's all their mana. And guess what? Here comes another one. So let's go ahead and attack with Ajani's Pridemate. They're all tapped out. They take 4 to the dome. And we have these 2 guys back to block. Again, they could have a double bounce spell. There's an opt, so they're going to grow their creatures. And again, if they double spell, I think they create a monk token, which is a creature entering the battlefield, which gains us life, which will grow the Ajani's Pridemate. So thank you very much. Ooh. So we have 16 damage on board right now. I think Shore Up, it just gives it hexproof. That is so funny. Boy, it does not work like that. Thank you for tapping all of your creatures. Bap, 5 damage right to the dome. We have a Get Lost available. Get out of here. Bap, you already know. Yeah. So, first game against this Izzet prowess deck, and they couldn't do anything. You saw them. Their wheels were spinning. Every time they cast a double spell, the monk token came in, gained us life, so our Pridemate was growing. I guess the real question is, would we attack through that turn? If they did have a bounce spell, which I guess they could have, they could have bounced our Ajani's Pridemate, so that would just be 10 damage, so they'd be down to 6. And then, well, I guess we could have replayed him, and we still had Get Lost available. So yeah, I think attacking through was 100% the play. They would have just had 1 card in hand, plus their top deck. If they spent 4 mana to upgrade this, then they would only have 1 land in hand, so they couldn't even double spell next turn, and we had Get Lost available, so nice. All right, opponent gets to go first. We do only have 2 lands, but we do have our 1 and 2 drop available. We do have a Phyrexian Vindicator, so I guess we'll keep it. Okay, and we're not even up against the Izzet prowess deck, so that's fine. I guess we will go Essence Channeler turn 2, just because this little bat cleric can transfer its tokens if he ever dies, which I'm not sure. The opponent is really playing kill spells. Pretty sure they're just playing a lot of counter spells, maybe some bounce spells. So, might be a little bit of a uphill battle. They get to create a treasure token, so that's nice for them. Other pirates get +1, so they are dealing some damage to us. Ooh, that is a great draw. You already know we're playing that one. They just have a flash card. That's fine with me. So let us go ahead and play Sheltered by Ghosts. Can go ahead and take their captain, and then we can swing through. Might as well. I think they only have flying creatures, so. And then we gain life off of that as well. So we go up to a 5/3. They do have another one of those, which is unfortunate. So they do pump their whole team. I think they might keep 1 guy back to block. Or do they keep everyone back to... No, they just swing through. That's crazy. So... they can't bounce our Essence Channeler because they would just have 1 mana available. And this has board 2, which is honestly crazy. That is honestly crazy. They're down to just 1 card in hand. Hopefully we can draw a land. And if we do... yes... we can go ahead and get down the Phyrexian Vindicator. I don't think they have a 1 mana counter spell. They could have a bounce spell, but we're gaining life off of this. So our Essence Channeler goes up to a 7/5. We swing through for 7 damage, plus this guy attacking would be 8 damage. We would gain 7 life. Our Essence Channeler would grow again, and we have a Phyrexian Vindicator back to block, so another good game. All right, we get to go first. A little bit of a risky hand if we're playing the Izzet prowess deck, but we do have a Get Lost, and if we can hit our 3rd and 4th land drop, then we can get down our Annex Sentry and either Elspeth or Day of Judgment. So we'll try it. Okay, so could be the... I was going to say the Overlord deck. I don't think so. High Noon might also be a really good play here. Pretty sure they just want to get out a ton of cheap creatures. So again, we really need to hit our land drop. Yeah, there's that bunny. We really also need to get up to 4 mana. Do hit the land drop, which is amazing. I guess the question is, do we go Annex Sentry? I guess we do. Let's go Annex Sentry. Go ahead and take this one. They do get to grow it, which is unfortunate. This Paw Patch Recruit, honestly, is a really good 1-drop. But they're not attacking through. Let us go ahead and play a Sheltered by Ghosts. Can go ahead and take their Paw Patch Recruit. They will pump up one of their bunnies, which is fine. So no attacks from us. That is their only spell this turn. We will 100% block this one. Not sure why they attacked, because we gained 2 life off of that, and we do hit our 4th land drop, so you already know that Elspeth is coming down. And then we could put 2 counters on our guy. Should we do that? Let's go ahead and put 2 counters on him. So now he's a 4/6 flying Annex Sentry. And if our opponent is able to take him out, then we do have Day of Judgment to just completely wipe the board. We have 2 Get Lost available. So we will lose Elspeth this turn, but that's fine. That was their only spell. And it's just until the end of the turn. That guy's going after our life total. I guess that's kind of smart, but again, we're just going to gain 4 life off of this. And we did draw a Smile at Death. Unfortunately, we have no creatures down there, so I guess this guy has to go. Yeah, that guy has to go for sure. And then let's just attack through. We do have another Get Lost available. Go ahead and gain 4 life. Give them 1 poison counter. Ooh, they drew another Paw Patch Recruit, so that is nice for them. Ooh, they don't even want it though. Alright, so we might need to hold our Annex Sentry back to block. Creature tokens get +1. Yo, that's pretty good. So 5 damage coming our way. You know what? I guess we can take out this Pollen Hair just to reduce the damage a little bit. So they do have that guy on top. And a land. They did already play a card for the turn. I guess they can crack that map token. They go ahead and put it on the other bunny. They reveal that guy again as well. Do have a plains. Let's just go ahead and play Smile at Death. So if we do lose our Annex Sentry, we can at least bring it back. What does this guy say? Equal to the number of creatures you control. So he played a card for this turn, so I don't know why he's attacking. He's just losing a creature that way. Yeah, maybe he thought he could play another card. Maybe he had a pump spell. Let's look. That's only sorcery speed. So we haven't seen any instance from him, but maybe he thought he could do something. But again, I think High Noon put in quite a bit of work, so nice. Yeah, I think this was the 4th game. We've won all 4. Let's go. GG. All right, we get to go first. It's not the best hand because we don't have too much lifelink and some pretty expensive cards, so I will ship it back. This looks more or less the exact same, but we do have Phyrexian Vindicator, so we'll ship back Ajani's Pridemate. And then we have a turn 2 and a turn 3 play. Let's hope we see the Azorius prowess deck. It's not. It's funny, last night when I was playing, that was nearly the only thing I encountered. And now today, I think we've just played against it once. What do we want to do? That one can add mana, but this one will start growing our creature, so when we cast our own creature spells, so. Ooh, this is a really nice card. But I don't think he really gets around Phyrexian Vindicator. We gain life off of that, so no attacks from us. I want to try and make a deck with the Codis the Fangkeeper as well. Nice. So he's going to start pumping him up, but what's funny is our Phyrexian Vindicator, you can't really deal damage to him, so yeah, opponent might be in a little bit of a bind right here. Even though the creatures do get ward, which is nice. But yeah, they can't really attack us. We do know they play black, so they might have some kill spells. It's ward 1. I think I'm honestly just going to take the Innkeeper's Talent. Go ahead and gain some life off of this. Oh, that's an enchantment. Sorry, this is a creature. So that's my bad a little bit, but again, no attacks from us. Keep Phyrexian Vindicator back to block. And then next turn we can play Elspeth. Ooh, so they do level it up fully, so no kill spells from our opponent. Well, not sure there's a 1 mana kill spell. So yeah, they just can't attack through our Phyrexian Vindicator. I know you guys have not seen this card in a while. It's the secret tech. All right, let's go ahead and get Elspeth down. Go ahead and create a white creature token with lifelink. Yeah, and unfortunately this keeps growing this one, so our Essence Channeler not really growing at the pace we would like, but hopefully we can have it grow some more now. Opponent is playing white, so they are a 4-color deck. I hope that this isn't for a board wipe. That would, of course, be very unfortunate. They do have Ivy, Gleeful Spell Thief. Pretty nice card. And this one, when search your basic swamp, reveal it, sacrifice, create 2 zombies. Okay. I can dig it. Ooh, Ajani's Pridemate is a great pickup because we can get that one down. Grow all these creatures with some +1 counters. Go ahead and create a soldier token with lifelink, so those grow some more. And then this has ward 1. We would not have enough to pay for that, so we might save this for next turn to get the Gleeful Spell Thief. But we will go ahead and attack with our lifelinking creature. That will grow our Essence Channeler and our Ajani's Pridemate. Create 2 zombies. They get to put some +1 counters on their creatures, but again, Phyrexian Vindicator just preventing this guy from attacking, which is so nice. We will go ahead and get rid of the Ivy Gleeful Spell Thief. Pay the 1. Bop. Take that one. Gain some life. Triggers. Let's honestly just keep gaining life this way, and then again we can attack with this one. Gain some more life. So our Ajani's Pridemate and our Essence Channeler start growing. Again, I really hope this white isn't for a board wipe, because that one doesn't need any white. Let's see what they fetch with this Fabled Passage. Or did they fetch this? No, they didn't. Another Gleeful Spell Thief. They go ahead and put a counter on it, so it gets the ward. Virtue of Loyalty is an amazing pickup. And then you already know, let's just create the token to get some lifelink, and then let's attack with this lifelinking creature. Gain some life. And then, yeah, just start pumping everybody up. Let's hope that they don't have like a Vraska that can just instantly ultimate on us. That would be unfortunate. Yes. Again, I'm telling you guys, this Phyrexian Vindicator is the secret tech right now. So, props to the opponent for trying out a original deck. Like I said, I want to try and make a deck with this guy as well. We can maybe look at him for a second. So whenever Codis deals damage to a player, you get to exile the top X cards of their library, where X is the amount of damage he dealt. And of course, they were just pumping him up every turn. So, yeah, that is honestly a pretty nice combo. He has Indestructible. But yeah, they just can't attack through the Phyrexian Vindicator. So yeah, GG. Let's think what we wanted to do the next turn. I guess we could have put 2 counters on... Yeah, maybe we still would have needed a few more turns just to get a few more counters on everyone. I guess Elspeth could have put 2 counters on Ajani or our Essence Channeler, have them fly over the top for 16 damage. They would be forced to block with IV, so... But yeah, not 100% sure what the white was for. Again, if they were looking for a board wipe, then, yeah, a little bit unfortunate for the opponent, but GG. All right, we get to go first. We'll keep this hand. Honestly, I don't know how I feel about Virtue of Loyalty. We might try out another card. And yeah, let's hope we're playing against the Izzet Prowess deck. I think we've only played against one of them today. Yesterday, that's all I saw. I think we go ahead and get down Ajani's Pridemate, and then next turn, let's hope we draw a land. We can go ahead and punch them for 1. They're not blocking. So mono green from our opponent. They do have a Beast Caller, big fat beast. We'll go ahead and get rid of that one. Oh, we missed a land drop, which is unfortunate, but you already know, Sheltered by Ghosts. Give me that Beast Caller. And then we'll go ahead and attack for 5 damage. We'll gain 4 life. And since we gain some life, go ahead and put a +1 on our Ajani. If we do hit a land drop next turn, we can go Annex Sentry. If we don't, ooh, Hydra, nice draw for them. Yeah, we can get rid of that one with the Annex Sentry, though. Scavenging Ooze, nice. We do hit the land drop, so give me that Hydra. Can grow out of control so fast. So we're gaining 6 life, and again, our Ajani's Pridemate, I'm gonna get a +1 counter for that. And then yeah, next turn we can go Healer's Pigeon into Virtue of Loyalty. Ooh, 4. Ooh, Authority of the Consuls, also really nice. Then we will be gaining life on their turn. I think that's worth it. And then, yeah, let's just go ahead and create a token. Unfortunately, we can't attack because they do have 7. So that is a big no attacks from us. Opponent is just in top deck mode. Innkeeper's Talent, that's a really nice draw for them. That is a really nice draw for them. Luckily, they can't level it up all the way. So we need an or if we hit a land drop, then I was gonna say Elspeth wins us the game. If not, we can go the pigeon. Yeah. So we just need one land is all we need. Of course, let's hope they don't have I was gonna say a kill spell, but kill spell in green would have to be a fight spell. And our Ajani's Pridemate is just too caked up right now. Powerful 9/8. So I don't think. Oh, I guess they could attack. They attack with everyone. That is kind of crazy. You can do that. Goes to 12. They get to search for 2 lands. I will go ahead and block with the healer's healer's pigeon. Just gain some life. I know they have trample, so I'm just doing that to gain some life. So we're going up to 10. And then they do get a proliferate, so they will proliferate all their counters. Ooh, they are up to a 16 right now. Again, we just need a land drop, which we hit it, so that is a juicy GG. Thank you, Elspeth. Give our Ajani flying. Make it a flying lion. Flying angel lion. A 12/11 flying lion with lifelink. Bop. Exile a card from a graveyard. Nice. Nice, nice. Alright, that was a clean game. GG, boy. Back up to 36 life. Let's go. Alright, we gotta go first. I'll keep it. Sheltered by Ghost, really good play. I just hope we're playing against the Izzet prowess deck. I saw it everywhere yesterday. I saw it everywhere, and today I think we've only seen it once. So that's too bad. Voice of Victory, that's a nice play for them, but we're taking that one with a Sheltered by Ghosts, and then hit them for 2, gain 2, have an Annex Sentry that can exile anything that's not an enchantment. Well, I guess that means another Sheltered by Ghosts. So this rabbit getting pretty fat. So opponent on a Boros tokens deck. They want to take the turn off to play another enchantment. I'd be fine with that. So that guy gonna go ahead and get exiled. Ooh, Ajani's Pridemate is a amazing pickup, and we have enough mana to do it to him. Let's gain some life. How about we gain some more life? How about you give me this anim? And then how about we gain some more life? And how about we swing through for 3 and gain some more life? So we'll be up to 30 life. Bop. Gain some more life. So now our Ajani's Pridemate, already a 5/5, and he entered just this turn. There's no way they can pay Ward 4, so our little bunny is safe. Ha! Sheltered by Ghosts into Sheltered by Ghosts. Alright, well, we do have enough to exile this guy, so I think that's GG. That, honestly, kind of crazy that they're attacking. Maybe they have a Lightning Helix. That's a trade I am willing to make, buddy, because I will just exile him next turn. Ooh, Pump Spell. That's nice from the opponent. Got us there. But again, we draw another one. That's kind of disgusting. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do it to you. I can pay the ward too, so give me that. Gimme that. Gimme that. Yeah, too much. Too much for little Boros tokens. GG, boy. Alright, opponent gets to go first. I'll keep it. Alright, guys, this might be a little bit of a conspiracy theory. Yesterday, all I saw was the Izzet's prowess deck, both on ranked ladder and unranked ladder. Today, I think we've played one game against them. This might be a little bit of a conspiracy theory, but I craft the deck to hard counter something, and then the thing that you craft to hard counter, you never ever run into it. So annoying. Alright, we'll take that one. I'll go ahead and attack with our healer's pigeon. Next turn we have Annex Sentry, and if they start destroying some of our creatures, we can get Smile at Death back. So ooh, Essence Channeler, also really nice. He will start growing, so I think we'll do that. Go ahead and gain some life, and then let's honestly attack with the Healer's Pigeon, gain some life, and then on their turn, they might want to exhaust that, create a 3/3 Mammoth token. Ooh, they do have Lightning Strike, so that is all of their mana. They're getting that guy back, so we will go ahead and remove that one. And then with Annex Sentry, can go ahead and remove this one just so they cannot create a token. And then this is at the beginning of your upkeep, so we won't attack yet. Next turn we'll play down our Smile at Death, and then we can just attack with our creatures because they will just come back every turn. So opponent draws a land. That's the land that they play, so that let them hit their land drops. That's good for them. And then another land on top. That's pretty funny. Another Essence Channeler is quite nice. That will allow ours to keep growing. So yeah, we'll just play him right now. Counters, counters, counters. And then no attacks from us. But yeah, like I was saying, I made this deck specifically to play against that Izzet's Prowess deck, or even mono red. And I haven't seen a single mono red today. Oh, another Essence Channeler is so nice, but we're going to get this one down finally. We're finally going to get this one down, and then we are just going to attack with our 2 Essence Channelers. They're going to need to start blocking pretty soon. They'll have to double block if they want to take him out. And next turn, they get to come right back to us. So I guess, yeah, showcasing the Smile at Death, which is just a one of in our deck, but pretty nice with all of our creatures with power 2 or less. The only one it would not be able to get back from the battlefield would of course be Phyrexian Vindicator, but yeah, against a deck like this, well, we did see that they are playing Lightning Strike, so they do have some removal, but no double block, that would be kind of crazy. Opponent's thinking about what they want to do. They just take 6 damage. That's pretty crazy. Let's go ahead and just put this one on the Annex Sentry. Just spread out the counters. And yeah, they have a pretty tough board to deal with. And we have 2 creatures. Oh, of course. Nissa is an amazing draw for them. Can go ahead and destroy our enchantment. That is really unfortunate. But we drew our own Elspeth, so yeah, Planeswalker against Planeswalker. Go ahead and put 2 counters on this guy and attack them for lethal. So, Steven, why did you have to get rid of our enchantment? We were trying to showcase it. Hey there, neighbor. Welcome to the post-game wrap. Don't worry about my change of clothing. I'm heading out to a concert with the wife tonight. Looking forward to that. And today, yeah, we tried this Pest control deck because it really is supposed to kind of hard counter the Izzet prowess Quarry Steel Cutter deck that's running around, and just the mono red aggro, that mice package that everyone loves to play against. This deck was handcrafted to counter that, and I have barely seen any of those 2 decks, which is maybe a little bit of a crazy conspiracy theory. It's tinfoil hat time, but yeah, I make this deck specifically to counter mono red aggro and the Izzet prowess Quarry Steel Cutter deck, and I only see 1 of those. Arena, what are you doing? That deck is everywhere right now, so that's a little bit disappointing that I don't have too many games against, or I literally only have 1 game against aggro. For the rest, against a creature deck, I think it does decent. I played a few games against a Boros, just the Boros tokens deck that's running around right now, and it did pretty decent there as well. So yeah, overall, it's an okay deck. Of course, I did lose a lot to the Up the Beanstalk, Overlord of the Hauntwoods, the Pixie Bounce deck, the Omniscience, where they mill Omniscience into the graveyard. Those decks, they still eat this deck for lunch, but yeah, I guess if you are just so tired of running into mono red aggro, this deck would be pretty good, because I literally only saw it once during all of my playtesting, and there were so many games that you guys didn't see. I was just trying to find a aggro matchup, and yeah, I'm running out of time. I need to head out to a concert pretty soon, so honestly pretty wild. Let's think what the key card, key card might honestly be Phyrexian Vindicator. I know a lot of you probably forgot that he's still in standard. Probably should have rotated. I know rotation is extra long now, but I'm sure a lot of you have forgotten about Phyrexian Vindicator. He is just so good at soloing creature matchups. If they don't have any exile removal, then, or mass board wipe, of course, gets rid of him as well. But yeah, he is so good against just other creature matchups. It's so funny to see the opponents with their creatures not wanting to attack or not knowing what to do. So that is awesome. I do really think this Annex Sentry can be a nice tech card against the Izzet prowess deck. Exile artifact of mana value 3 or less, so that could be quite nice. I think in 1 game we were going to have Smile at Death actually put in some work, but the opponent unfortunately had some enchantment removal, which was a little bit unfortunate. And yeah, we have 2 Elspeths. I actually do like Elspeth in the deck. I think we saw in that 1 game actually where Elspeth was able to put some counters on our creature so that they could fly over the top to finish out the game. I think in another game, maybe even 2, I'm not sure if I'll show them or not. I've done quite a bit of filming now. But her -2 ability was actually able to win us the game right there. And I mean, for the rest, yeah, Authority of the Consuls, so good at just shutting down aggro creatures and hasty creatures. You guys at this point probably know the combo or synergy with life gain and Ajani's Pridemate and Essence Channeler. So good. Get Lost, just such a versatile removal card. Sheltered by Ghosts. I personally think this card is a little bit too busted, just being an uncommon, and you get lifelink +1 and ward 2. Such a good removal card. And yeah, the lifelink ability, of course, helps us out quite a bit as well. And then High Noon, yeah, if you're playing against a creature deck where they just want to play a lot of cheap creatures, could be really good. And of course, against the Izzet prowess deck and mono red aggro, this is just such a good card against them as well. I know in the deck intro we had temporary lockdown. Over the course of my games, I really didn't feel like I needed it, so definitely don't consider temporary lockdown. One tiny tech card that you might want to consider is the Stone Brain. I think if I just type stone, should be able to pull it up. Yeah. The Stone Brain might honestly be a nice little tech card. There are quite a few matchups, like I said, like the Omniscience combo where they try and get Omniscience into the graveyard. If you know what they're playing, you can get rid of that one. I played against a Heir Apparent deck, so that would have been a good card to name. So yeah, honestly, Stonebrain might be a low-key tech card that you could honestly slot into a lot of decks right now. But yeah, I'm rambling a little bit. I did have fun playing this deck. Mono white, life gain. It's, you know, tried, tested, and true. I won't say that. All right, I am rambling a little bit now. Overall, the deck was fun to play with. I'm just sad that I didn't see more aggro matchups, as crazy as that is to say. I usually hate playing against mono red aggro. I don't think it's real magic when they finish you by turn 3 or turn 4 and you barely had time to do anything. And today, when I craft a deck specifically to dismantle them at every single step, turn 1, shut them off, turn 2, shut them off or start gaining life, turn 3, start exiling their things, turn 4, Elspeth or Phyrexian Vindicator, all of those cards, hand-picked, and only one aggro matchup. Arena, what are you doing to me? But anyways, I'm going to end it there, and I'm going to end it like I always do. I love you guys. Peace out. Bonus game!
long as I am by your side, you will be protected.